Hi, and welcome to Sea Talk. We are going to be talking today about Mother's Day on the horizon, and also the successes of Valentine's Day. We are going to be talking to Ben Taylor, Shopper Marketing Controller for Ferrero, and we're also joined by two amazing retailers. So, Sophie, could we start with you with a brief introduction of your store, please?
Yeah, I'm Sophie. I've got a shop in Burnley in Lancashire. It's a one-stop. We've recently just transferred over to one stop, and we're just going through a refit. So
amazing. Refit and moving house within the same.
I've got another store opening as well, but that's a different concept. So yeah, it's a convenience store with a mix is that one. So
yeah, and Ats, could you give a brief introduction to yourself, please, for anybody who doesn't know you?
I'm Atul Soda. I've got a longer store in Harefield. I'm keeping it simple. I'm not doing like Sophie. I've done all of that many years ago, and I've stuck to one. It's hard enough, but it's enjoyable, and I love it. It's a passion.
Fantastic. So, Ben, over to you. What opportunity do seasonal events present within the confectionery category?
Sure. Seasonal events have always been a big opportunity in the category, but you could argue now even more important in these current times, as they give people a chance just to celebrate and spend the day a bit differently to how they have been over the past year. We obviously haven't been able to spend any time really with loved ones, whether it's Christmas, Valentine's Day, Mother's Day coming up. It hasn't stopped us gifting at all, which is great. People still really want to treat their friends and their family, and they see premium box chocolate as a real affordable luxury, something that they love, they know their family and their friends are love, and it's something they're prepared to spend a bit of money on. But also on top of that, when they see great seasonal displays in stores, it also encourages people to pick one up to take home to share with their family, just to bring a bit of fun and a bit of treat into the household as well. And of course, this all gives a great opportunity for retailers and our retailers to drive sales, both of Ferrero Rocher and Thornton's, as we know people are spending money on high quality products, a trend that we've seen throughout lockdown. We're seeing some great results at the moment. At Valentine's Day just gone, we've seen growth of 25% for Ferrero Rocher, 17% for Thornton's Classic, just showing how important these events are to our shoppers. And we're actively encouraging the use of secondary sighting and helping retailers create displays that shoppers love to see. And we have a range of POS available to order for free on Your Perfect Store. So guys, Atul, Sophie, have you been seeing the trend for more premium and box chocolate in your stores over the past year?
Yeah, we've definitely seen an uplift in just even the last 6 months. A big uplift, to be honest. I feel like, well, for us, because with the shops not being open, people instead who maybe would have bought from a shop or even ordered online and now making a reason to come to the shop and buying box chocolates instead of, like, I've noticed some online retailers have got big sales on chocolates that wouldn't have had them before. And then we've had a big uplift. So I think people are using it as an excuse to leave the house to come and buy stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think the opportunity with the more premium chocolates is it stands us out a little bit. You know, you haven't just got your regular chocolate boxes that you definitely sell. It's an all year round thing now for me. As far as I'm concerned, I'll keep a good range. And thankfully, the old days of the store warming up too much in the summer, because we've got the open chillers, etc., and air conditioning. It's a lot easier to keep this stuff and not have the risk. But as you say, I think the opportunity there is that we have to become relevant in times like this, and a lot of us have stood up and put the product in, you know. And when it moves, there's nothing better. And then you start realizing actually this is a different way of doing things, and it's not as price sensitive either. You know, you don't have to be the cheapest with them. People appreciate the quality of the chocolate and the product that you give it. And I love that, you know, the whole Ferrero thing about it's an indulgence, go and enjoy it. It's, you know, we're not saying do it every single day, but when there is an occasion, get involved, you know?
Yeah. I think what I've noticed as well locally is that COVID's given convenience retailers the opportunity to step up and have these more expensive, but also the confidence to put it in. Before we would have been like, well, I am guilty of thinking, oh, I don't know whether people will buy it because they're going to go to other like into town shopping and they'll get it from there. Will I be left with it? Now I don't think that, and I've took that opportunity of putting those more expensive products in, and they have sold. And now people have got into the habit of buying them from us. they'll continue to buy them.
And Sophie, I think, it doesn't get said enough, and it will never get said enough, that the amount of retailers that have stepped up during this whole period of COVID and doing different stuff, it's really nice to create a lovely display in store. That's the key. Getting engagement from the customer is amazing. I mean, some of the stuff that we've done over the last year, you wouldn't dream of doing, or you would have thought about it twice before you've done it. And now it just feels like, you've got this captive audience, let's use them, keep the retention of customer. The amount of customers that I'm getting from out of my area dropping into me. I mean, look, I know it's not chocolate I'm talking about, but yesterday I had a customer come all the way back to me because I had wholemeal flour, and that's still going, So we've become a destination. And when they do come in, it's up to us to make that destination a focal point, so something different. I mean, even in my store, I think, what was it, last year with Mother's Day and Valentine's, we used the massive heart that you gave, Ben.
Yeah.
And, anyone that knows my store, where the hell did I fit that? Well, I put it right in the middle of the gondola. We did it, though. We did it. And the whole reason for doing that is because of the work that I've done with you guys in the past, where you support so well. So it gives you confidence that you're not just doing it off your own back. But there's exceptional, stores out there that do hampers, etc., that they just do it off their own back, and they may be not getting the support, which is why I like the facts for Perfect Store. As soon as I share that online with other convenience retailers, they get on board and they think, oh, okay, this is available to me.
So talking about Valentine's Day, Ben, can you tell us about your recent Valentine's Day campaign?
Yeah, sure. So Valentine's Day campaign was all about highlighting cross-category promotion opportunities. It's something we've done a lot of research on. It's something we've been talking about for a number of years, and we know the impact they can have on the category. So via Your Perfect Store, we made available a Ferrero Rocher FSDU, which houses both chocolates and has bins for flowers, fresh flowers to go in as well, to really give shoppers that sort of one-stop shop for the whole gifting occasion. To make sure we drove enough awareness of this, we also ran a competition where if retailers ordered the FSDU, they were in with a chance of winning stock for their store and 3 Ferrero Rocher inspired bouquets to be able to give to their shoppers as a reward or a prize as they saw fit. Some really great results coming out of it from those that saw that used the FSDUs. One retailer we spoke to said Ferrero Rocher T16 increased over 100% versus last year, which is clearly phenomenal, something they put down purely to the impact of the display. Another store and one of the competition winners also reported 69% of their category sales were from Ferrero products in the run-up to Valentine's Day. So overall, really positive feedback, and we know it encouraged stores to also stock larger packs and new packs, as the guys have said previously, that they hadn't necessarily considered before. And also on top of this, of course, it allowed not just the sales success, but it allowed our bouquet winners to engage with their local shoppers, something of course they've been doing a brilliant job of throughout the last year anyway, but just another little piece of the puzzle to give to their local community.
Congratulations, some epic displays, some of the photos that you sent through.
Sophie, you had a bouquet that you shared, didn't you?
Yeah, I raffled mine off. So our local hospice has been struggling for funds, obviously with COVID and fundraising and everything getting cancelled. So we raffled ours, and it went down really well. We sold lots. I think we raised just under £400. One customer just donated £100, just gave it. So yeah, it went down really well, and everybody, the people who received the bouquets were really happy as well. So yeah, it went really well. And then we still a massive rise in chocolates, in what people were purchasing. So it was a positive all round.
Yeah, fantastic. I think that's where the real value comes in. So I think you've done a great job there of really using it to really make a bigger impact for local community. Fantastic. Atul, how was your Valentine's Day and versus last year? How was it?
So generally, I mean, we've done particularly well on cards and chocolates as well. It's one of those things for us. It seems to be, in the past, it's more an impulse purchase, whereas this we've had a chance to kind of set the ground for the customer when they come in. So the cards go in at the earliest opportunity. We use a handmade card, and the cross merchandising. Flowers and chocolates are obviously a must, and then the bottle of bubbly. So we put all our proseccos and everything on the top end of a gondola, and it just works. It's exactly what people see when they walk in. and the impulse on that alone kind of drives them to think, okay, I might pick this up closer to the time, or let me just get it now. And that's worked perfectly for us. But, you know, Ben, interestingly, I haven't really drilled down the data on Valentine's as much. But I remember with the Easter promotions that you guys did with, you know, with the Easter egg hunt and everything. And I think at one stage, the store had an increase of like over 60 customers in an hour, because they were, you know, so it just shows you the value and the force of something like this, and more of us getting involved creates that internal so that local feel that there's something different at this store.
So you mentioned about signposting the occasion. How early do you go ahead of events to kind of showcase to your customers that you have those?
I'd like to say I'm clinical with this, but generally, I mean, I rely on my greetings card rep to come in. So luckily he's local, so I can give him the text and say the box is in, come and do your thing, and that triggers all the other stuff to be associated around it, because our feature, the main feature, is the cards. You know, that they will see on a massive stand, and then you'll have the chocolates near it, so it just makes sense to go and put it all together in one place.
Are you being burgled?
Whose dog is that?
Whose dog is that?
It's my neck. It's the house about 4 doors away, and it's the most annoying dog. And the window's closed. I don't know how the lid works in a house.
Sophie, I thought it was because I had shorts on. It was after my ankles.
I think she's let it back inside now, but it's ridiculous. Oh no, she hasn't.
No.
I can't wait to move. It drives me mad.
And there's me thinking that you're an exceptional retailer and moving, but you're moving for a reason. That blue dog.
But I have a dog, and my dog doesn't bark. It's sat downstairs, and we've got a puppy. It's just bad.
Amazing. So, Ben, what can retailers do now to make the most of Mother's Day?
Yeah, absolutely. So maximising Mother's Day, with just over a week to go, of course, now until Mother's Day, so plenty of time still to act and drive awareness of their great offering in store, as we saw with Valentine's Day. And as Atula's talked about, cross-category is a massive opportunity here. Things like boxed chocolates, cards, flowers, wines, Prosecco, champagne, whatever it is. Our advice is absolutely, and always has been, to merchandise as much of this together where possible, and if you can, use point of sale to create a really impactful display, ideally a front of store display. The Ferrero Rocher cross-category stand that we've just talked about for Valentine's Day is still available via Your Perfect Store, but we're also running a competition to promote Thornton's within the channel and highlight the role that brand can play, because it's even more important for Thornton's at Mother's Day. Retailers can enter the competition via Your Perfect Store and order a Thornton's FSDU to be entered a chance to win 3 cases of Thornton's Classic, and also an afternoon tea for them or a gift for a loved one. So a bit back for these guys and all the hard work they do as well. And what's really encouraging is we already know lots of retailers taking advantage of this opportunity. We had set it up so retailers could enter via Shopped, but our allocation of FSDUs went within the first day. It was live due to high demand, so Your Perfect Store is now the route to get those pieces of POS. And to enter the competition, it's through Twitter at Ferrero Your Perfect Store, by submitting an image of existing Thornton's display, or emailing an image to ferreroyourperfectstore@circle.com. And it's important for us to drive that awareness on the Thornton's range. But as I say, really important for us to include a little something in terms of the prize to reward our 3 winners for all the hard work they're putting in, and just to say a small thank you for everything they're doing. And absolutely, we want it to encourage and continue to encourage retailers to use Your Perfect Store for all their POS requirements and any other advice they may need on the category. Atul, you in yet? You entered?
Yes, definitely. I'm entering. I've got loads of other people to enter. I personally think, Ben, that we should have a video of you putting the FSDU together, because you did it in record time. I think it's a must. No, it wasn't. I saw how you did it, and you know what? I can do it myself, definitely. When I get the staff to do it, they seem to struggle on occasion. But I think your video on it would be amazing. So, Kate, I think it's something that should be added.
The years worth of
I
training.
see a Ferrero TikTok in the making here.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah.
And in a small store, do it in all different formats. So let's get Ben around to different stores for FSDUs to get them.
My staff can never do them. Yeah.
Ben's got a knack with FSDUs. What can I say?
It's just like my staff just stand there with the instructions looking at it for hours, and I can see them on the CCTV. I'm like, what are you doing? Just put it together. Like, we're struggling.
You know what? It has to be said. I mean, look, once it's up and it's put, it's so impactful.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the point. You know, it might be a little bit of a pain to do them, but if you do follow the instructions, it does actually work. And I saw Ben work down, up, down, put the first shelf in, and then everything just fits in. And I was like, I got this.
Gotta be bottom up.
Bottom up.
Definitely. Sophie, how about you? Mother's Day. What are your plans on promotions and activity?
We're going to start building all the displays. We've got some of it in, like greetings cards have been in, and chocolates are set up around the greetings cards. We've got flowers coming in. I never usually do flowers. I have in previous years trialed them, and they just haven't sold. Just because we do have flower shops like local and stuff, but they're not around now. They're shut, or it's like order at the door. So Valentine's Day, we just sold out. I've never sold out totally of flowers. But so this time I've increased them for Mother's Day. So they're coming in, and lots of chocolates, different wines, different gins. Gins are very popular.
Yeah.
You know, Ben, the other thing is that I was talking to another retailer about flowers the other day, and I mentioned his name, Rav Garcha. We were talking about flowers and saying, you know, how soon do you get them in, this, that, and the other, if you're going to do flowers at all. And, you know, he goes, the thing is that I don't want to just do flowers, I want to smash it. He goes, and that's the confidence that he's got, knowing that when he's done something to feature for an occasion, then if you go big, then you can't say to yourself, you kind of done it half-heartedly. So, you know, Sophie, it's interesting you say that your flowers sold out, you know, and now you're going to go for more. It's very similar for me. I'm always like, when do we get them in? Do we get them 2 weeks beforehand? Do we want people's awareness of the fact that we're doing flowers? To me, I think the perfect time for me in my size store is on the week before. So now, from today leading in through to a Mother's Day, there'll be an abundance of flowers in the store that people can pick and choose as they need, you know?
Yeah.
But what I'd say is go smash it. If you're going to do flowers, smash it.
Yeah, I think if you're going to do, definitely, if you're going to do something, you've got to own it. It's got to be done properly.
Yeah.
You can't, if you do it half-heartedly, it's like, oh, I'm trying, but it's not really working. Yeah. It's like when you do something new. If you're going to do it, do it. If you're not going to do it, if you're going to do it half-hearted, don't bother, because it.
Look at some of the pictures. Look at some of the pictures that you guys have just posted on there for Valentine's. You know, having an abundance of roses there just makes the whole display come together.
Yeah.
You know, so that's the key, I suppose.
We did multicolored roses this year through our supplier, and they just they were just single stems, and they just sold straight away. People were so like excited to see something just a little bit different. Yeah, those, and they were beautiful. And yeah, they just sold straight away. And this Mother's Day, we've gone for like plants as well in gift bags and different stuff, not just a bunch of flowers.
Oh, I like the idea of plants. They don't die.
Yeah, that's what I feel like.
Oh, my daughter would love those. She'd call them unicorn roses or something, mermaid roses.
Yeah.
Oh, cute. Well, thank you all so much. I really appreciate your time. I guess there's going to be more to come on Easter, Ben. But I'm guessing those plans will have to be shared soon.
Yeah, definitely. We'll update everyone with some more Easter plans. I know we've got some great ideas to sort of improve on where we've done Easter in the past. So yeah, more to come soon.
Excellent. Thank you all for your time, and see you again shortly.
Thanks a lot.
You.
Bye.